Well, it turns out there may be more to commemorate today than just good old St. Patrick. You see, yesterday actually marked the beginning of something called Sunshine Week, the week when news organizations promote government transparency and the freedom of information. And as we're learning this week, there are quite a few places where the sun just doesn't shine, particularly when it comes to government records. According to recent analysis by the Associated Press, the Obama administration censored or denied more federal Freedom of Information Act requests in 2013 than it granted. You can see that reflected right here in the orange, showing that the number of denials has steadily increased every year since 2008. Now, those denials include the inability of the agency to locate files, in addition to rejections for improper requests. And it also includes a very popular reason given to withhold that information: national security, of course. According to U.S. government data, national security was cited 8,496 times last year, which is a 57% increase from 2012 and more than double from Obama's first year in office. In fact, when you look at the big picture, the government's efforts to be more transparent last year were their worst since President Obama was elected. But we're not only talking about withholding information. News organizations are also having difficulties with the length of time it takes to fulfill a request. The government says the average time it took to answer a records request ranged from less than 1 day to nearly 2 years. But that being said, most agencies took longer to answer requests in 2013 than the year before. For example, the Pentagon reported at least 2 requests still pending after 10 years. And the CIA revealed it was still working on at least 4 requests from more than 8 years ago. Now, one of the things news agencies can do to push for the information to be released sooner rather than later is ask for expedited processing, which would move that newsworthy request to the front of the line. But as we're finding out, even that has proven to be very difficult. Here's a closer look at the rate of denial for a few of those agencies. The Environmental Protection Agency denied 98% of all expedited requests it received last year. The State Department denied 97%. And the Department of Homeland Security denied 94% of all such requests. The numbers provided by this analysis are a far cry from the words President Obama delivered back in 2009 as he embarked on his first term in office. Take a look.
The way to make government responsible is to hold it accountable. And the way to make government accountable is make it transparent so that the American people can know exactly what decisions are being made, how they're being made, and whether their interests are being well served. The old rules said that if there was a defensible argument for not disclosing something to the American people, then it should not be disclosed. That era is now over.
Now, the White House has denied the claim that the administration is withholding more information. Spokesman Eric Schultz tells the AP, quote, over the past 5 years, federal agencies have worked aggressively to improve their responsiveness to FOIA requests, applying a presumption of openness and making it a priority to respond quickly. The Obama administration says they received more requests for sensitive information last year than in years prior. But that assertion may not be enough to quell criticism of the government's lack of transparency. In Washington, Ameera David, RT.